Woburn FC TV with manager Chris Agutter following up 2-2 draw with Jersey Bulls in the FA Cup. Aggie, what was your thoughts on the result and the performance?
Result after being 2-0 down, we'll definitely take it. Performance-wise, we were incredibly leggy, looked tired. Laboured, I'd say, when there's one or two, you go, yeah, that's fair enough, that can happen. But 8 or 9, a couple of exceptions, but yeah, as a team, we looked, as I said, laboured and lethargic. So we'll look into that. Obviously, it's a unique match day. It's a long day, so. But more importantly, credit to Jersey Bulls. They set up as we expected to frustrate. And when you're playing against teams like that, what you don't want to do is give them something to hang on to. It's probably in their first attack of the game. We give them a penalty, which is disappointing. But like I said, the reaction from the group was brilliant. They've shown that fantastic mentality once again. And whether you're playing against a team at the same level, team at the level above, team levels below, it still takes some character and resilience and grit to get back into the game. As I said, I've been in the Jersey Bulls dugout and been lucky enough to win games against Step 2 teams from a Step 4 or whilst at a Step 4 club. So I know it can happen, and like I said, I'm very pleased with the players' reaction, and things to consider in terms of preparation, but it's such a outlier in terms of flying, etc., and on the match day. It just means you obviously don't get many opportunities to repeat that and try and improve preparation or tweak it. So, plenty to ponder.
Jersey Bulls posed such a threat on the counter-attack. How do you think we dealt with that? What did we do tactically to sort of combat that?
To be honest, a lot of it is about recovery running. We're obviously very aggressive in the way that we play. There's a reason we've scored 12 goals in the last 4 games. But then on the flip side, there's also a reason we've conceded a few. We believe the risk is worth the reward, especially if our recovery running is good, back tackling's good. But to do that, you need to be at it physically, and I don't think we was at it physically today. Even when we were 2-0 down, I thought we were, as I say, a bit leggy, bit laboured and lethargic. So it'd be interesting to see how Jersey Bulls deal with that going the other way on Tuesday night, especially after obviously the demand of today, and because as I said, as poor at times that we were from a physical perspective, I think we still probably had 90% possession and scored 2 and could have had a few more. So they carried a threat on the counter-attack, but as I said, I think we've dealt with better teams with the greatest respect and better players in the past couple of weeks. To be honest, it's just as I said, I think I look at that from our perspective and go, we weren't quite right.
With the nature of the game, the circumstances, travel, etc., is it one of those cases of if you can't win the game, is it important that you just don't lose it, make sure you stay in the cup?
Well, this is my 4th game going to either Guernsey or Jersey, and I've never won and I've never lost. And every single one of those games has looked exactly like that, where one team that's been on the plane looks like they've been out on having a very good night the night before and look drained and physically fatigued, mentally fatigued maybe. Every time, on all 4 occasions of making this trip, Guernsey or Jersey, all the games have looked exactly the same. So again, massive credit to the players because they could have easily lost that game. Plenty of teams in our situation would have lost that game, but again we've shown brilliant mentality, resilience. Even when we're physically dead, we can still dig ourselves out of a hole, and that mentality, you can't put a price on that. So you know, we've from September we've had 3 games, we've won 2, drawn 1. Win our next 2 league games, it puts us around 2 points per game from the opening 10 games. So not too bad for a horrendous start.
We're now set to play Jersey in the replay on Tuesday night.
Yeah.
Is the way you prepare for that different, of course, for a replay, because obviously you've already examined the opposition during the week?
No, because it's one of them. You look at the game plan, and as I said, we've scored a couple. We could have had a couple more. They could have had a couple more. To be fair, it could have been about 7-4. Great one for the neutral. And it's understanding why we haven't converted those chances, understanding why we haven't created more, understanding why they've carried a threat on the counter-attack. And again, credit to Jersey, they're well organised, well coached, got some really good players. That you can see why they've had success. They're used to winning as well. There's a lot to be said for that. Their home record, I dare say, is very good. So from our perspective, it's understanding, like I said, why we haven't won the game, and I think it's more to do with circumstance as opposed to preparation.